Hello and welcome back to the Movie Attic. I don't know why I say welcome back like anybody ever watches another episode of this channel after they've seen one. But anyway, Happy New Year. This is my first video of 2025. And as per usual, I'm Mike and this is the Attic, where I discuss and review movies, DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4Ks for all the nice people out there in YouTube land. Today's big lunatic movie is Hundreds of Beavers. Here's the back. There's the two Blu-ray discs. And in behind that, the artwork is actually like a map, which there's a map in the movie. Also came with this booklet, which I took out previously just because to save time. And it's basically, other than a little bit of information, it's like famous movie posters, but only with beavers. So take what you want from that. And as per usual lately, I have my piece of paper to try to keep this a little professional. It's from 2022 in English, although there isn't much dialogue. There's a few songs in it. It's in black and white. It's 108 minutes long. The aspect ratio is 1:7:8:1. You can choose between stereo and 5.1 surround sound. What else? Anyway, that's all the major stats. This movie was shot with a very low budget of, I believe it was $150,000. And for that amount of money, I thought this was a pretty excellent movie. It's basically the story of a drunken Applejack salesman, whatever that is. From what I gathered, it looked like a guy that ran like a place that made drinks, spirit drinks. Well, this is, I guess I could give you the movie plot, I guess. So this guy is the drunken Applejack salesman. Following an explosion and a subsequent fire, everything's destroyed and he has to start over from scratch in life. And that's when he decides he's going to become a fur trapper and try to do that as a profession. This movie is completely off the walls, bonkers. If you like that kind of stuff, it's got people dressed up in animal costumes that are the animals that this guy is trying to trap. At first he runs into some rabbits, and then that eventually leads to beavers, which, if you know anything about it, that's how everything progresses. You start out at rabbits and you work your way up to beavers, I guess. There's a lot of cool special effects in this movie. It's very old-timey looking. It was just almost, I heard a lot of people comparing it to Harold Lloyd films and the slapstick comedies of the probably the 20s and 30s. It also has a very Looney Tune vibe to it. I actually thought the movie was kind of the embodiment of a live-action Looney Tune short. In fact, there's actually, in the film somewhere, they have the logo, Hundreds of Beavers, with the backdrop almost like that circular thing from the Looney Tunes cartoons. Of course, you have the guy that's, I don't want to say the hero, but the main guy. So he starts out after this big explosion and fire. He's buried in the snow. Previously, he did not have a beard. After he pops out of the snow, he's got a beard. He basically starts trying to catch these rabbits by various insane means. Then he runs into a guy that is a trapper. That kind of looks like Santa Claus. And so, well, before he even runs into that guy, he wanders into this fur trading post of sorts. And the guy there, of course, is very over the top. And one of the running gags is that this fur trading post guy keeps trying to spit into the spittoon and keeps missing, and he keeps doing various ways of trying to spit in this spittoon, which I thought was pretty hilarious. Anyway, he's got a daughter who does all the cutting up and that of the furs and animals that are brought in. The fur trading post guy basically is trying to get somebody to marry his daughter. So then that's when our main character runs into this Santa Claus looking guy who comes in to trade in some of his catches. So anyway, he trains under this guy for a little while, and then he eventually, and I don't want to spoil anything because there's a lot to take in this movie. In fact, me and my youngest son watched it twice because there's so much stuff that you could actually miss a lot of stuff if you weren't paying attention. Like I said, the special effects are off the charts. So eventually this guy, the main character, is trying to get enough beaver pelts or beavers to marry or purchase, I guess, this fur trader's daughter or winter hand or whatever you want to call it. So hence there's a board up above that has, 3 beavers equal a rope, 4 beavers equal this. Well, then there's I think it's a diamond ring, and how much that is to purchase, so he can date or marry this guy's daughter. At the very end, there's a giant beaver dam with cranes and everything bringing in things, and this thing's huge. But essentially that's the plot. There's many, many, many twists and turns, and just, for me, were laugh out loud moments. My son thought it was really good. He watched it both times as well. And usually when he thinks something's funny, for some reason, he always says, that was so stupid. But then, it means that he really liked it. I could see people not liking this movie as well. So if you're not up for 108 minutes of hijinks and then being in black and white and looking like an old-timey film, this might not be for you. I've heard many of the reviews I watched of it, they thought it was excellent. Of course, those reviews I saw on YouTube, and of course, as always, they were much better than this review is going to be. I thought it had a good ending, although I did find that at 108 minutes of just pure lunacy, of course, I thought the third half of it did have a little bit of a drag to it. But other than that, I thought this was a very cool movie. The way I found this movie, of course, every month at the beginning of the month, I check out the Vinegar Syndrome website to see what the new releases or pre-orders are for the month. This was amongst them. This was the only one that caught my eye. So, of course, as I usually do, I checked out the trailer. Then as soon as I saw the trailer, I was like, yep, I'm in. I wasn't going to buy it because usually if I'm on the fence about something, if I can't get that limited slip cover that comes with these things, I usually don't get it. But this looked like it would be something special even without that slip cover. And that slip cover seemingly sold out almost immediately. So that's how I found it. I did watch those reviews I was talking about from other people on YouTube after I already purchased it, but I didn't care because it seemed like something that'd be right up my alley. There is a bunch of bonus features on this. There's 3 audio commentaries in variously funny versions, which I didn't listen to any of them, so I don't know what they sound like, but one's a sober commentary, a drunk commentary, and a trashed commentary, if you could imagine what that would be. The second disc has like the whole movie, and you can watch, it's divided into 4 little screens, and you can see like the finished product, the storyboards, and then how like some of the special effects were done in the other 2 squares. So overall, like I said, it has the 2 discs. Of course, even the cover looks zany, and yeah, like I said, I really liked it. So if I was to rate this movie, I would give it a solid 9.5 rolls of pink insulation out of 10. Like I say, I thought it did drag a bit in the third half of the movie, but other than that, if you're into just unbelievable mayhem, then this might be for you. Definitely don't take my word for it. Check out other reviews, check out trailers, see if this is something that you would like. Yeah, it was quite fun to watch. I could see watching this when you're not feeling so hot or feeling down. And actually, I was telling people at work about this movie. I guess it's on Tubi and various other places to watch. But they were looking it up, and then they came up and said, oh, hey, there's this other movie too, Lake Michigan Monster, which stars the same guy that stars in this one. So I went on Amazon and I ordered that movie as well. So, and it has kind of the same aesthetic, the black and white. But I think I saw where the budget for that movie was only $7,000. So how accurate that is, I have no idea. So there you have it. That's my thoughts on the movie. I don't know that this is for little kids. There's not much dialogue, so there isn't any swearing really in it, but there is some adult themes and sexual stuff in it, but not much. So if you happen to have Hundreds of Beavers, or you've seen it, please leave a comment down in the comments section and tell me what you thought of it. I did hear reviews of people that didn't care for it, but I didn't watch any on YouTube. They were just like reviews you would see on Amazon. People were like, what's all the hype about? And, this was, not so great. But I liked it. So until next time when I have a completely different movie, and actually the next movie I'm going to review, I believe, is a murder mystery. The only twist on this is it involves cats, and it's an animated feature from, I believe, 1994. So, till then, thanks so much for watching, and see you then. Bye.